Good morning and a warm greeting from Antonio Carbonelli, Brescia, Italy. Last month we saw the relation between economics and mathematics. However, what are the origins of economic thought? At points 11 and 12 of my book Rethinking Economics, I showed that the history of economic thought over the centuries is virtually unknown. However, an economic thought historian critic shows that from Smith onwards, the economists, in their opinions, disagree on almost all the arguments subject of the so-called economic science, even if they tend not to show too openly this embarrassing situation, which would be even comic if it didn't involve consequences damaging billions of people, of which economists are therefore responsible or accomplices. It shows that the dynamics of profit source, of income and expenditure of states, and of crisis source, that means the dynamics of what today we call microeconomics, economics of public sector, and macroeconomics, are seen well before Adam Smith wrote The Wealth of Nations in UK in the 18th century, with an Anglo-centric vision, and limiting his view almost only to the consequences of the first industrial revolution. It shows that in ancient times, Plato and Aristotle, and then in the Middle Ages, Aquinas, already studied human behavior not only in general, but also in the use of money. It shows that the Italian economists from the 16th to the 18th century, strengthened by the experience of centuries of Italian merchant cities, on various topics were ahead of the economists of today. And despite they came from a country with a long trading tradition, they never forgot the common good and didn't only the interest of their own party. It shows that even if the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences has been awarded every year for about 50 years, one wonders whether and what decisive progress the knowledge of economic reality registers after the general theory of the Englishman Keynes in 1936 and the theories of Austrians Mises and Hayek in 1922 and in 1960. It shows that they don't even have the merit of originality. They propose theories already present in economic thought without even deigning to refer to their sources. And above all, it shows that economic theory is always strikingly late compared to the reality of economic relations. For instance, the stock market is seen as profitable but dangerous already in the 17th century. However, economists only became aware of its existence in 1929 and in 2008. Only after the 1970s they are aware of the dangers of policies made only of public expenditure, and they see too late the instability of the post-war monetary system. Well, today we saw the origins of economic thought. Next month, let's look into the logical structure of economics. Meanwhile, thank you for listening and goodbye.